Salutations everyone, this is Razor giving you guys another Overwatch Deathless Speedrun, this time with Orisa, and this is pre-patch gameplay, so I got the old shield and the old fire rate, but a decent character nonetheless, at least in solo queue matchmaking. She didn't quite fulfill the needs of what I was hoping for her to be at launch, but ever since the buff she has become quite formidable in many situations, and definitely more commonly used than you might have thought when the character first came out. But as far as Orisa goes, she is a defender. Now there's a couple of spots where you can see her on attack and is a little unorthodox, but you see even some of the pros do it and make it work, so we can only do our best to replicate that sort of success. But what Orisa can do on the defense is, I mean, she's just so more useful than Reinhardt in a few situations, because her shield is just better, because when Reinhardt's shield gets shattered, he's got to charge up a new one. When Orisa's shield is shattered, she just throws down another one, because the cooldown is a quick 8 seconds, and unless you have Roadhog and Bastion and Junkrat shooting at that thing, you'll probably have another one ready by the time the first one runs out. And I feel like her little grav alt click is underutilized in a lot of situations. Even if it's just moving somebody a foot up off the ground, that can just throw them off, allow your teammates to get additional shots, or you know, even with the slow projectile of the pre-patch, you could lead your shot with the graviton and make sure to get all the shots there. As we pull the soldier back, you are not running away and you are not healing, sir. You are dying. That is what you are doing. And obviously the grav can pull them off of the high ground and pull them out away from a barrier, or make a Mercy a sitting target for at least half a second. So definitely more people should be utilizing her little mini grab, because it's very, very satisfying and fun. I'm speaking as satisfying with Orisa, with just how many rounds she spits out, especially when a diva tries to go up in your face and you get like 50 headshots in a row. It's just ting 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 ting. I don't know, something super satisfying about it, even though her weapon doesn't do a lot of damage, you know, unless you're hitting all of your shots and it's, you know, not on a diva or a Roadhog or something like that. And I can just take all the damage in the world. Genji, you ain't going anywhere. We're gonna finish up that right there. And of course, you know, Orisa works very well protecting a Torbjorn turret. Less so protecting a Bastion. That's still a better job for Reinhardt, or you know, a double barrier, or Zarya bubbles. But she definitely can work if you have a Bastion and you're like, alright, instead of, you know, picking a Reinhardt and trying to protect the Bastion and he'll eventually die and possibly get me killed because, I don't know, he's not moving, or he's just staying in turret form, or he's feeding, you know, ult charge or Zarya shield or something like that. You could pick Orisa and she's a bit more of an active play style. We boop, pull that diva off, and then we bubble the ults so it can do nothing. Not quite as useful or satisfying as when you Winston bubble a diva ult, but it's still, you know, almost as effective in many situations. And with the new shield that can cover about 4 square kilometers, it's even better. And while her ult isn't the greatest thing in the world, for just a final push, it can just make all the difference to, you know, instantly take off one target with a focus fire, and, you know, combine that with a grav, or, you know, a dragon or soldier sights or something like that. It could be a real snowball effect with that ult, and also help your teammates charge ult, because they'll be getting more damage and more kills. So even though it is vulnerable, and the new Mercy ult, when that comes out of the PTR, will make that just completely obsolete, since the new Mercy ult is basically Orisa's ult and Transcendence all in one. But regardless, Orisa has a little bit more maneuverability in the tank situation, with where she can place her stuff, and some crowd control as well, and now she can do a little bit of damage as we get the 30-second cap right there for the final score of 1-0 here on the hybrid Numbani map, where I go 10-0 with Orisa. as we finish off all of the tanks, I believe. We got Winston, we got Reinhardt, we got Diva, and we got Zarya, and now we have Orisa. So all the tanks have the Deathless speedruns, kind of the easier ones to do because they can survive a lot longer than many others, but we're going to do it with every single character in the game eventually, and now Orisa's done.